Well, hello, Gemini. Welcome to your October reading. I hope you are doing amazing. We are going to get right into it. I have your cards on the table, so let's see what we have for you. We have Monk or Nun in the reverse, negative judgment of the physical world, and excessive piety. We have Resurrection, Reprise, Recovery, and Comeback. Ebb and Flow, Ocean and Community. Waterfall, Effortless, Joyous Fun. Medicine Bag, and the World. Now, Gemini, the first thing that comes to mind here is I get this vibe. I get the vibe, okay? Of just wanting somebody to do better, to be better. um Coming off of this. You're trying your best to not cut a person fully off, or to not hate them, or to not think the worst, or to just throw your hands up. Okay. And I get the feeling of like, be the better person. Okay. But you're like at wit's end with it. Um, you just want for things to be better. Okay. Now, I feel like there's been good days and bad days with this person, with this situation. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes you can handle it better, some days you can't. Some days you're like, I get it. Some days you're like, you need to get yourself together. You know, like it's an ebb and flow. I feel like you're going to take a break. And you've been doing this for quite some time. This is not new. But you're going to take a break to do something for yourself, to have fun, to go out, to focus on something else. I feel like you just need the space. Um wow. This is what's interesting. I feel as though on in this space and this time that you have, you're going to come back and you're going to say, well, it's up to this person to fix themselves. I've done all that I can, and it is what it is. That's where I see that this is. I don't feel like you're giving up. I feel like you're going to do what needs to be done, say what you need to say, help where you need to help, get everything out on the table, and then leave it alone. So I don't feel like you're closing out a chapter quite yet, but I feel like you're giving it to God. Okay? That's why I said this very much feels like you're doing the right thing, but it's a tough judgment. It's a tough, just judgment. Okay? All right, so let's get into your cards. Okay, we have the Fool, Strength, Six of Swords, Four of Swords, the Emperor, Page of Cups, the Hierophant, the King of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying, Gemini. is that I feel like you really care about a person. You care about the situation. And it's clear because you've been trying to make it work, or you've been trying to be on the right side of things. You've been trying, okay? But it comes to a point where it's just heavy on you. It's affecting you. It's affecting your life. It's affecting how you look at things. And that's not how you want to be. That's not the life you want to live, okay? Um, and you know you have to take some sort of action or make some sort of movement, and that's what October brings. You making movements and taking actions, okay? On 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 it because it's affecting you, okay? Um so in the center we have the Emperor. This is just you taking control of things, taking control of your life, taking control of what's going on around you. Clear. Um, so you're taking a chance with the Fool to do something different, to try a different route. Okay. Yeah, because what's going on around you, things are too heavy. Things are too heavy. You're not happy in a friendship, a relationship, a commitment, whatever it is. A connection with another person, an interpersonal relationship of some kind. Okay. It's not healthy. You don't like it. It's not making you happy. Um, you need to make some changes. So that's where this is coming in. It's time to make some changes. That's it. And it'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel calmer. It'll make you feel happy. Um, it's you extending your boundaries for yourself. That's really what it is, you know. I just get the vibe like it's just too much, you know. Yeah. You're ready to move on with your life and do different things. You are tired of holding on to the baggage of someone else's. I feel like it's a big weight off your shoulders, right? Um, you feel like it would transform your life, and I get the vibe that it will. You'll be able to enjoy life more. You'll be able to enjoy life because that space and that heaviness that that person was taking up will no longer be like affecting you. So you can like move on. Okay. It's better for your mental health, really, is what it feels like. So it looks like you held on to this person, this situation for a long time due to tradition. Like it's just the way that you do things. It's the way of the work. It's the way it's the way of this situation. Like to hold on to it, to keep on, to not let it go, um, to sort of deal with your side of things, you know. Um, but I feel like that whole idea of tradition, whatever this is, routine, um, it's not healthy. You know, it just doesn't make you feel good. It's not what you want in your life right now. It's not what you see for yourself moving forward. So, you know, you got to make some changes. It's your way of taking control of your life, your feelings, your mental. It's your way of taking control. So I see there might be dirty words, and I mean like people just going against what you're doing. I'm sure that person has a lot to say about what you're doing. Um, but at the same time, you can't see it, but at the same time with this Ace of Pentacles, you have this opportunity for something new, for building the life, building the future that you want. This is your opportunity to do that. So, you know, take your opportunities where they fall, right? I feel like you can spend more time too on your emotions, getting your emotions together so you can date, find someone to date if you haven't, strengthen already built relationships that you have. I feel like you'll have more time to deal with emotional things because it's not being strained by someone that doesn't want to change, um, or that have this is the thing. You can try to help people because you love them, because you care about them, because you want the best for them. But they're sorry, let me turn that off. But there does come a time where you have to admit I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Okay. There does come a time where you have to admit that you've done all that you can and that they have to start doing things for themselves. And of course, those sort of codependent relationships, they will be upset with you, you know. Um it just is what it is, but I really just see this Gemini being really good for you. Sorry, my cat's back here making biscuits. I was wondering what that sound was. You working overtime? Yeah, okay. All right, so yeah. I see the main point of October, Gemini, is you taking a risk and standing up for yourself. It's like you're doing the hard thing. You're saying what needs to be said. You're speaking what needs to be spoken. You're doing it. Okay. And it's because you need a break. You need a rest. I see that people aren't going to like it. It's not the popular opinion. I see that you are having a hard time only because you don't want to, like, quote unquote, let people down, that type of thing. But you need a rest. It looks like you need a rest. You need a break, right? This routine, you've been doing this routine long enough that it should have worked, that it should have fixed whatever needs to be fixed, and it hasn't, and you need to take a break, right? So you're getting back to focusing on you and building what's important for you, like building your tradition, your routine. So I would say it's definitely going to help your mental health. But remember to do self-care because you're taking a risk. I see you kind of overthinking it sometimes. Yeah, overthinking. Did I do the right thing? Did I not do the right thing? Should I have done something differently? So it's going to take time for it to kind of settle and for you to balance out. Self-care, taking care of yourself, affirmations. I'm beautiful. I've done the right thing. I'm strong. Those type of things. Okay. Um, Ooh, I'm also seeing that in your life there is someone who backs you up with what you're doing and they support you. And it's so weird because I feel like this is a person that doesn't try to get involved, and you're going to be really surprised that they're behind you. Not that they wouldn't be, but you're going to be surprised that they're like, Gemini, you did a good job. I just want you to know. There's somebody that is on your team and they don't have a lot to say. They don't. It's more that they're just there to tell you that piece of information and then you probably won't hear it again. But I feel like it's needed to be heard, and it does that you hear it. Okay. And yeah, I see you also doing some things that you've put off to the side for some reason. It's because you didn't have time or energy. Now you're focusing on those things. Yeah, all that space that was being used up, you're taking that space back. Okay. You're following some kind of dream. It might be something that just comes into your head as well to do at that moment, or something that you've always wanted to do, but you're following some sort of dream. Remember that the whole point of this is to release some baggage so you can feel lighter, you know, for your mental health, for your overall well-being. That's the whole point of this. Um, Learning how to enjoy life and enjoy the little things that you may have missed or felt like you didn't have time for. Um, it's like you're getting your mental space balanced and your emotional self back. There's this weird sadness around you, though. Oh, from this codependent person. I think they're going to make you feel bad because you like abandoned them or something. Because it feels like despair on their side. It's so weird because it feels like this person has to fall into this to get themselves out. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I can't see that. But, you know, you got to think of yourself. Somebody just can't keep dragging you down because they're down. That's not how that works. Okay. So let's see career and money. You're definitely taking control back. I don't know if you've been giving money to someone or supporting someone, or they've been interfering with your career. Like maybe you've had to take extra days off, something like that. I feel like that's changing. That's changing. You've tried really hard, I feel like, to control it, but somehow it started getting out of control. Like maybe they asked for a lot of money, or maybe they were like, I need you now. You're like, I have to go to work or something. There's something weird. It was affecting your productivity. It was affecting things you wanted to try or do. It was overworking your brain power, you know, like it made you tired and you couldn't work or something like that. So this situation has been affecting your career or your finances in that way. Yeah, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable to have what you have going on and work and your responsibilities. It's not. And you're starting to see that. And this is you getting that out. Okay. Know that you're standing up for yourself and exerting your boundaries is a form of love for someone, even if they don't want to see it that way. Okay. But also you have to take care of healing yourself. That's what this is. Yeah. You can't, this isn't nurturing you. This is not sustainable for the long haul. Yeah. You blocking someone out makes them feel like you don't care about them or love them. Okay. But I do see someone else like telling you that you're doing a good job. Someone else that loves you. So you shouldn't worry about it. Yeah. And that gives you everything that you need. Yeah. Also, this person that you're cutting off, they're really going to try to make you feel bad. It's going to be like their focus. Don't let it worry you. Let water off a duck's back. Is that the phrase? Let it be that. Okay. Let's see what direction you're going in. Yeah. You're releasing a lot of heavy energy. You're speaking up for yourself to release things that hold you back or things that you don't need anymore. And this is one of them, right? Because it's it doesn't work with you, which is why it's affecting your energy, your mental, your spiritual energy. It's affecting everything. So you're like, okay, I have to detach myself. It's like you're seeing that this thing with this person, this codependent relationship, whatever it is, isn't going to end. So you have to put an end to it, or you have to speak up or exert boundaries in some way. So let's see what Spirit has about this, Gemini. Bittersweet, creation, and grief. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. You got to cut someone off, you got to let them go. Okay? And it is bittersweet because you were doing all this because you cared. You were doing all this because you wanted the best for this person, but at the same time, you have to stand up for yourself, you know? You have to create the better situation. You have to actively do that. And it's a sad situation. It's unfortunate. Um, but you got to do what you got to do. You'll be fine, okay? So I love you, Gemini. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.